Rod Wave just shook the game again. This time, it's not with a chart-topping hit or another emotional anthem. It's with straight-up love and loyalty. The Florida rapper just dropped millions of dollars on custom chains for his entire team and close friends. Not just one or two. Everyone around him got laced. And these aren't your average diamond chains either. These are next level, fully iced out, personalized pieces that scream success, unity, and loyalty. Rod isn't doing it for clout. He's doing it because he remembers the days when all they had was a dream, a couple of dollars, and a whole lot of hunger. Now that he's at the top, he's making sure his people shine just as bright. To him, success doesn't mean much if the people who believed in him from the start can't enjoy it with him. It's a quiet statement, but it's loud if you've been watching the moves. Rod Wave isn't just building a brand. He's building a legacy where nobody gets left behind. This move echoes something we saw not too long ago from another rising star, Kai Cenat. The internet sensation and streamer turned heads when he bought a house for all of his friends. An actual house. Not just a gift, not a vacation, but a whole home for the people who stood by him before the fame, the streams, and the crazy success. It wasn't about flexing. It was about never forgetting the people who were there when the cameras weren't rolling. Both Rod Wave and Kai Cenat are showing the world what real loyalty looks like. They're redefining success. It's not just about what you can buy for yourself, but how you can change the lives of the people around you. In an industry where betrayal and backstabbing are way too common, these moves are rare and powerful. They're showing love, but at the same time, they're sending a message. If you're rolling with them, you're rolling for real. But not everyone is playing the love game the same way. Let's talk about Kanye West and the game. Once close collaborators and friends, their story is a reminder that even the flashiest gifts can't fix real tension. Ye went all out and gifted the game not one, but two custom chrome-wrapped Mercedes-Maybach S680s. Each one, worth around $500,000. That's $1 million total, gifted like it's light work. It was the kind of flex only Kanye could pull off. But it wasn't just about luxury. It was supposed to be about respect, loyalty, and recognition. Fast forward just a few months, and the game is already talking about returning them. Not because he can't afford to keep them, not because he's tired of the attention, but because you rubbed him the wrong way, and the vibe between them has changed. Suddenly, those $1 million cars feel more like a chain than a gift. The game's exact words: two captains can't be on the same ship. And that says it all. Sometimes, even when the money is loud, the ego can be louder. And no matter how shiny the gift is, if the respect isn't there, it doesn't mean much. The game returning those Maybachs isn't just about being pissed off. It's about reclaiming power. Saying, I'm not going to be bought. I don't care what it costs. And that's a different kind of flex. One that says pride over possessions, loyalty over luxury. The contrast between Rod Wave, Kai Cenat, and Kanye West is wild, but it's also revealing. Rod and Kai are putting their people on, not just showing them a good time, but making sure they're taken care of for the long haul. They're investing in their circle, not just showing off. Meanwhile, Ye's grand gesture backfired because it came with an invisible price tag, loyalty on his terms. And for someone like the game, that just doesn't work. We're in a time where love in the industry exists, but it's complicated. There's still real brotherhood out there. People looking out for each other, building empires together, and showing what it means to rise as a unit. But at the same time, betrayal hides in the shadows, ready to strike when the cameras are off. That's why moves like Rod Wave's chain drop are so powerful. They remind us that the love is real, but you still have to watch your back. Because even when someone gives you $1 million gift, it doesn't mean they have your best interest at heart. Sometimes it's just about control, about power, about keeping score. And that's where it all falls apart. That's the fine line everyone in the game has to walk. Giving love without being blinded by it. Staying loyal without being owned. Shining without selling your soul. Rod Wave is showing that you can win without losing your people. Kai Cenat is proving that you can bring your friends to the top with you. And the game is standing firm that no gift, no matter how expensive, is worth his respect. These aren't just moments, they're lessons. Lessons in love, loyalty, pride, and protection. Because at the end of the day, Love is still on the street. You can see it in the way Rod makes sure his team looks like royalty. You can feel it when Kai opens doors for his friends that most people could only dream of. But you can also see how fast it can turn when egos clash and respect is thrown out the window. You can feel the tension when two powerful forces can't share the same space, without one trying to outshine the other. This generation is watching all of it unfold in real time. They're learning what it means to ride for your people, to protect your circle, and to never lose yourself in the process. They're learning that giving isn't always about the gift, it's about the intention behind it. And most of all, they're learning that just because someone shows love doesn't mean you should turn your back to them. Because as much as love can lift you, betrayal can break you just as fast. So here's the takeaway. Shine with your people, but don't forget to stay sharp. Celebrate your wins, but don't let the lights blind you. Because loyalty is the real currency. Not the chains, not the cars, not even the houses. It's the bond, the trust, the unspoken respect between you and the ones who were there before it all. That's what lasts. That's what counts. Rod waves chains, Kai Cenat's house, Kanye's Maybachs, and the game's decision to return them. These aren't just celebrity headlines. They're reminders of what the game is really about. Everyone wants to win, but how you treat the people around you when you're up speaks louder than any flex ever could. The money will come. The fame might fade. But loyalty? That's forever if you protect it. And in a world where everyone's watching, the real flex isn't what you can buy. It's who you can trust.